In this video, we'll cover the January 2023 Visa Bulletin. Unfortunately, there's some retrogression in employment-based categories that we need to talk about. So if you're interested in this topic, if you want to plan your year ahead, I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody and welcome back to Immigration Channel. This is a place we get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration information, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. In this video, we're going to cover the January 2023 Visa Bulletin. There's been some retrogression in the employment-based categories as was predicted in the December Visa Bulletin and also in our videos. The EB1 category retrogressed for China and India, putting them at February 1st, 2022. While it's still reasonable compared to other categories, it's very disappointing that this retrogression is starting the year 2023 in that way. But aside from that, we haven't seen too many changes in the employment and the family-based categories. And we'll go through the charts as we do every single month. If you're filing your adjustment of status applications from inside the United States, USCIS announced that for all family categories, applicants from inside the United States must use the dates of filing chart when filing their adjustment of status cases. If you're an applicant for employment-based categories applying from inside the United States, you also have to use the dates for filing chart when applying for adjustment of status from inside the United States. And as I mentioned before, while the news of retrogression in employment-based categories is disappointing, it's not completely unexpected because it was already announced by the State Department in the December 2022 Visa Bulletin. Expect further retrogression coming into 2023. We don't know the extent of it yet, but it's definitely happening as the State Department is trying to catch up on the visa backlog, both at NVC and as they're trying to reopen more and more embassies to process these interviews. So let's take a look at the final action date chart for employment base for the January 2023 Visa Bulletin. Starting with the EB1 category, rest of the world is current. China, as I mentioned before, retrogressed to February 1st, 2022. El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras, current. India also retrogressed to February 1st, 2022. Mexico is current, and the Philippines, current for the moment. Second category, moving to EB2. Rest of the world is at November 1st, 2022. China is at June 8th, 2019. El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras are November 1st, 2022. India is at October 8, 2011. Mexico is November 1st, 2022. And the Philippines is November 1st, 2022. No change from last month. EB3 category is current for the rest of the world. China is at August 1st, 2019. El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras are current. India is at June 15, 2012. Mexico is current and the Philippines are current. EB4, fourth preference. Rest of the world is at June 22nd, 2022. China is at June 22nd, 2022. El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras are March 15, 2018. India is at June 22nd, 2022. And Mexico is September 15, 2020. Philippines is at June 22, 2022. And finally for EB5, unreserved categories, the final action date for China is at March 22nd, 2015, and final action date for India will remain at November 8, 2019. All other countries will remain current. For EB5, set aside categories, rural, high employment, and infrastructure, final action date will remain current for the rest of the world. So as you can see, we don't have too many changes from the December Visa Bulletin. What we do see is retrogression for China and India, and more retrogression is expected probably for other countries in the next coming month. Again, it's an indication that they are trying to catch up on the backlogs and they're trying to match up the visa demand to the availability of how many visas they can actually issue. Moving back to the family-based categories, virtually there's no change from the December Visa Bulletin. And again, movements are coming very, very slow. We do expect to see some further movement in the next few months, beginning of 2023. But for the moment, we haven't seen no changes from the December Visa Bulletin to the January Visa Bulletin. Our prediction is the more embassies and consulates start to reopen, as they put more resources in moving those cases from MVC to actual interviews, we're going to see some further movement in the Visa Bulletin as well, but it's going to take some time. Yes, they've made some progress, but that progress is really minimal. Therefore, a lot of applicants still continue to try to expedite their cases, and in many other cases where their applications are being delayed severely, they resort to filing lawsuits against the State Department, which those lawsuits are really working. So again, if you do need help to move your case any further, it is important to evaluate if you qualify to file a lawsuit against the government and try to move your case forward. Again, if you need my help, my phone number is right here, 619-483-4549. Let's jump into the final action dates, family categories. F1 category, rest of the world, is now in December 1st, 2014. China is also December 1st, 2014, just like India, December 1st, 2014. Mexico is at November 15, 2000, and the Philippines remains in March 1st, 2012. F2A category remains current for the rest of the world, and we expect it to remain current for the next few months, but that's not guaranteed that it will remain the same in 2023. So if you can file your case now, better hurry up. F2B remains at September 22nd, 15 for the rest of the world, September 22nd, 15 for China, and the same for India, September 22nd, 15. Mexico is June 1st, 2001, and the Philippines remains at October 22nd, 2011. F3 category is November 22nd, 08 for the rest of the world. China is also November 22nd, 08, just like India, November 22nd, 08. Mexico is November 1st, 97, and the Philippines remains at June 8, 2002. Finally, F4 category for siblings. Rest of the world is March 22nd, 07. China is March 22nd, 07. India is September 15, 05. Mexico remains at August 1st, 2000, and the Philippines is at August 22nd, 02. So, as you can see, not much movement in family-based categories, but that will change in mid-2023 because of movement that they're doing with MVC, fighting the backlogs, and also embassies are going to be pretty much resuming normal routine services by mid-2023, June of 2023. So, again, not too many good news in this visa bulletin. Very sad for the retrogression for China and India, especially for the EB1 category. But hopefully the efforts of State Department will pay off and we'll see some movement in family-based categories, which has really been stuck for a while, and a lot of people are really getting frustrated. Once again, if your case is stuck, if you do need help with your immigration matter to move your case forward, to find out if we need to move your case to a different embassy, if we can expedite it, or if we need to file a lawsuit, it is important to take action to see if your case is ready for any of these actions and determine what will be the next step. I'm here to help you. Just text me 619-483-4549. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.